Episode 109. Hello, you're listening to the Career Changemaker podcast. Having the courage to leave a career that you have worked hard to build and try something else can be tough. So in each episode, we dive into key career change strategies so that you have a clear understanding of what is required to transition into a new role or a new industry without feeling like you have to start at the bottom or have to take a massive pay cut, because ain't nobody got time for that. If you are ready for frank and honest discussions about how to become a career change maker, keep listening. I'm your host, lawyer turned career strategist and executive coach, Janine Esbrand. Hello, how are you? I'm here again, and one of the things I wanted to share with you, which I'm going to touch on today, is the importance of tapping into the hidden job market. So for many people that I speak to, when I ask them what their job search strategy is, they will say that they are looking on job boards, or they are speaking to recruiters, or they are, looking on LinkedIn. Those are the things that people often say to me first and foremost. But what I want to talk to you about today is the importance of tapping into the hidden job market and taking a slightly different approach to just jumping in and scrolling on job boards. And the reason why I think this is important to share with you now is because for many of you who are considering changing roles, or perhaps you are in a position where you need to find a new role, taking consistent action that I'm going to share with you is going to help you with your job search in a way that you may not have anticipated, but it's not as hard as you might think, but it's really, really impactful. So the number one way and the easiest way for you to find a position is to find it through your network. And it amazes me that most people don't know that. So I guess because I am a career coach, I'm an executive coach, I do a lot of work in the professional development space, I know about the hidden job market. And a lot of my colleagues and fellow career coaches and other people that I speak to know about it as well. But it really surprises me when I ask people generally if they know about the hidden job market, and they say no. So I ran a boot camp a few months back, and I asked that question on one of the first sessions, and majority of the 40 odd people that were on the live call said that they didn't know what the hidden job market was. So I thought I would share it with you. So if you're thinking, what is the hidden job market? Essentially, the hidden job market is the place where opportunities are that are not advertised. So only 20% of roles, of vacancies, are advertised on job boards or advertised with recruiters. Only 20%. So 80% of roles, this is an average that's been taken from research that has been done in the job market, 80% of roles are not advertised. So how do you find out about those roles then if they're not advertised? The answer to that is you find out about those roles through your network. So most positions are filled through referrals, through somebody referring someone else, and they are filled through your network, through somebody putting out and saying, does anyone know anyone who has this particular skill? We're hiring. Or you might have seen posts on LinkedIn where people put out to their network on LinkedIn and say, we're looking for this particular person. Do you know anybody? So if you are not positioning yourself to be on the end of that referral, then you're missing opportunities. So if people don't know what it is that you're looking for, they can't refer you. And if you don't have enough people in your network who can be referring you, then again, you're not going to get referred. So the thing that you can be doing right now, and that you can be doing consistently, is building, developing, nurturing, growing your network. So everybody has people in your network already, but you can always be building and developing that, and you can always be nurturing the network that you already have. So the colleagues that you have, the family members that you have, the people in your extended circles that you have, the new people that you're meeting, how do you go about building those relationships? Are you eager to get unstuck and figure out what you would actually like to do with your career next? Have you been going around in circles trying to figure it out but getting no further forward? If so, you're going to love today's sponsor, my signature group program, the Career Clarity Academy. Changing career direction can feel overwhelming and daunting, but it doesn't have to be. In my signature program, we give you clear, step-by-step, proven processes for getting completely clear on what it is that you want to do and understanding how you can leverage your existing experience and position yourself to attract and land a dream role. To find out more, head over to lightboxcoaching.com/academy. So oftentimes when people say networking, I need to do more networking. The thing that springs to mind is I need to go to more events. I need to go to events. I need to have my business card. I need to hand them out. That isn't the only way to network. And particularly where we are now, with everybody being in lockdown, that isn't the way that you're going to be able to network. You can't go to events. But there's other methods for networking, and there's other ways for you to continually build your network. So what I wanted to share with you is one of the exercises that I have my clients go through in the Career Clarity Academy is working on your network and how you intentionally build that. So I'm going to share with you one of the exercises that I take them through so that you can go away and do that and get started with really identifying who's in your network already and how you can be developing those relationships. So what we have is essentially we build out a networking map. So your starting point is to have a document, and you're going to have circles, and you're going to have a small circle in the middle, and then basically 3 concentric circles. And you're going to start with sitting down and really brainstorming and thinking about names of people who are in your immediate circle. So who's your immediate people that are around you all the time, your immediate circle. And then from there, you look at the circle outside of that, and then you write the names in there. So these might be colleagues, these might be acquaintances, and then you look at the extended network. So these might be friends of friends, other people that you know of. And the reason why you're doing this is you're starting to get into the mindset of thinking about the people that you know, and then you can get intentional about building relationships with people. Because here's the thing, you never know where people are going to end up. You never know where people move to. You never know what's happening in other people's worlds. So you might have a friend from school or a friend from university who has moved on and has gone from the industry they were working in before and into a new industry. And that might overlap with the industry that you're interested in. So they may well have a lot of contacts in the industry that you want to move into, or even the company that you want to move into. But if you haven't been nurturing that relationship with that person, that will not come to light. You might call someone you haven't spoken to for a while and say, hey, how are you? What's going on for you? And then they might talk about what developments and changes that have happened in their lives. And you might realize that there's some overlap and that they know of someone, or they have a contact who would be someone that you'd love to be introduced to. So the idea of the networking map is to start with the people that are closest to you. And then there's other strategies for expanding your network in terms of using LinkedIn and leveraging the amazing features that are on this platform, for you to be able to start building out your network with new people. But I always say it's easiest to start with the people you already know and look at ways that you can be nurturing relationships. At the end of the day, networking is just about nurturing relationships, and it's not just one-sided. It's not just about you saying, okay, I'm looking for a role right now, so I'm gonna start networking now. It's about just generally having an attitude of nurturing relationships, because there's going to be times where there's people that you can help, and you might be the person who's that referral, or you might be the person to introduce them, and then there's going to be other times where someone can help you. So it's just about thinking about how can I be more connected, how can I be more social, and how can I be more intentional about the relationships that I'm building, because ultimately business, careers, opportunities, it's all people at the end of the day. People do business with people, people hire people. So what I'm encouraging you to do is to just be more intentional about building relationships with people. Pretty simple, right? It is, but it's so impactful. So the amount of times that somebody has landed a role because of a friend, or because of an introduction, or have you ever been at dinner and having a conversation with someone and you mention something and they're like, oh, I know someone, you should definitely speak to this person, I'll connect you. That's networking. You start talking about what's going on for you, you start talking about what's important to you, and the people that you're talking to can connect you to other people. So that's what is really, really important to do and really, really impactful. So as particularly when we're in this period of downtime now is the time where you can be nurturing relationships. Now is the time where you can be picking up the phone to old colleagues or people you haven't spoken to for a while and just checking in with them and seeing how they are. Like, you building a relationship is about you really just caring about what's going on in the lives of other people too. So checking in and see how people are, just generally just being open to having more conversations with people. And over time, if you're intentional about that and you're doing it consistently, then it's amazing how quickly you'll be able to build up your network. And when you are looking for opportunities, you'll have people out there who may well refer you. And know that it isn't something that you're just going to do when you're looking for opportunities. It's good to get into the habit of doing that, because you never know where a relationship that you strike up today or you develop today may materialize into an opportunity down the line. So it's not so much an equation where it's like, right, I'm going to put in this effort to get this output. It's about knowing that you showing up and just continually putting yourself out there and developing relationships with people is going to be helpful for you and helpful for others. And it's just all about networks building and supporting each other. So really what I want to encourage you to do is just take that step to think intentionally about building your network and building it consistently, because your network is where the hidden job market lays. There was an opportunity for me when I left working as a corporate lawyer. I moved into working in-house as legal counsel for an organization, as their first legal counsel. And that opportunity came via my network. I would never have come across the opportunity had it not been for my network, because they didn't advertise the position. They went out and asked people that they knew if they knew of a lawyer who would come in and work for them. So this is how roles are filled, particularly if you're looking more on the higher end in terms of experience. So executive roles are generally filled through networks. People who are in mid-level to high-level positions, network. Companies are going to go out to their network first and foremost before they then go and put a job on a job board or reach out to a recruiter. Because if they get a referral, if they get someone saying, hey, I know of this person, I can vouch for this person, I know they're a good worker, I know that they have integrity, I know that they have all of the values that the organization is looking for, then it's easier for the organization. They can take that referral and know that they're getting somebody who's going to come in and get the job done. So because it's easier and safer and less risky, a lot of companies will do that first and foremost. And then if they're not able to fill the position through their network, then they might go out further and post a job advert or go out to their recruiter that they hire, who will then do the hiring process. So really think about that. Think about the mindset of a company that you might want to move into, and know that right now you should be networking like crazy if you are job searching. And if you're thinking about moving into a new industry, then starting to network with people who are in that industry or in the type of role that you want to go into is also useful, because you're going to be able to find out more about what it is you're trying to get into and the skills and experience and all that stuff that you need.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Career Changemaker podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love for you to let me know what your biggest takeaway has been. So head over to Instagram, tag me at Career Changemaker, and let me know your thoughts. What did you like most about today's episode? I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, keep working towards your career goals, and we will speak very, very soon.